So you want to be an entrepreneur, or maybe you're just curious about entrepreneurship. I can understand why. It seems enticing. I ran into someone from high school a couple months ago, and we got to talking, and I asked him, "What have you been up to?" He said he was still in college, but once he graduates, he wants to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so I asked him, "What does that mean?" He said, "Well, I don't want to get stuck in the 9 to 5. That just seems like too much work." As an entrepreneur myself, I have to admit, I found that pretty funny. Entrepreneurship is a greatly misunderstood concept, and it's mainly due to social media. If you go online, you see people claiming to be entrepreneurs, yet spending all of their time smoking cigars in Bali. I hate to break it to you, but there's more to it than just that. While it may look glamorous, and at times it can be, it most certainly is not effortless. Entrepreneurship is not all traveling and partying. It's fun to showcase that on social media because that's what sells, that's what people want to see, but that's not the truth, or at least not the whole truth. You want to know the real truth? For the last 6 months, I've worked 60 to 80 hours every single week. I don't take weekends off, I don't take holidays off, I don't even go out on Friday nights. I run a wealth management company that manages tens of millions in assets, so I have to meet with clients, go over portfolio performance, research broad market trends. And then in addition to that business, I have to create content, come up with ideas, script out the content, record the content, edit the content. That is what entrepreneurship looks like, especially in the early years. And the funny thing is, I used to hear people say all the time, in order to be successful, you need to work at least 60 hours a week. And I used to think, yeah, right, no one's actually working that much. Yeah, we do. And it's not even, oh man, I want to go to bed, but I have more work to do. No, it's, I want to keep doing work, but I know I need to go to bed. That's the sign of a true entrepreneur. I mean, there's been days I've forgotten to eat because I've been so consumed with getting work done. I don't have time to watch TV, nor do I want to. I want to work. This notion that entrepreneurship is some way to escape working 8 hours a day is a complete lie. No successful entrepreneur got to where they are today working less than 8 hours. Try 10 to 12. Now, for those of you thinking, well, when you make it, you can start outsourcing some of the things you're currently doing. Absolutely, and I've actually already started to do that little by little. However, entrepreneurs quickly fill up that time with other things that can make them more productive. Look at Elon Musk, for example. In theory, he could sit back and let high-level executives run the daily operations. However, he chooses to work 80 plus hours a week. That is an entrepreneur. It's that misconception of going into entrepreneurship thinking that you won't have to work as much that I think causes people to fail. However, it's deeper than that. I believe the reason why 94% of entrepreneurs fail can be summed up into one word: resiliency. What separates the 6% is this idea of resiliency. It's not necessarily that they have better ideas or that they're smarter or even more talented, but rather that they are more resilient. Again, because social media has created this culture that thinks that entrepreneurship is easy, when people face the cold reality that it's anything but easy, the majority of people give up. What makes entrepreneurs successful is the fact that they don't give up. Successful entrepreneurs have faced countless failures, but what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they handle those failures. Unsuccessful people allow their failures to keep them from success, while successful people use their failures as learning opportunities to secure their success. Entrepreneurship is like running a marathon, except you don't know how many miles the race is. It could be 5 miles, 25 miles, or even 125 miles. No one knows, but see, people go into it expecting it to be 5 miles, and when they finally reach that 5-mile marker and they realize they haven't made it, they give up. The 6% that actually make it are the ones that go into it understanding that entrepreneurship is a journey, and as long as they don't give up, eventually they'll make it. The problem is that our society is designed to create sprinters as opposed to marathon runners. Think about it. Our culture incentivizes short-term results. The way our education system is set up is so that people study and memorize terms or information just to be able to pass a test, and then they forget everything. Or maybe there's a wedding coming up and you want to lose 10 pounds, so you crash diet to lose the weight, and then eat 3 servings of wedding cake and gain all the weight back a week later. There are countless incentives for short-term results, but few for sustainability. Yet the best things in life come as a result of sustainability and resiliency. Your value is not derived from the information you forget, but rather the information you remember. But most people don't make a conscious effort to retain information. Your health and well-being is not found in crash dieting, but rather a sustainable balance of exercise and eating quality foods. Yet most people don't make an effort to find that sustainable balance. When it comes down to it, I would say the reason only 6% of entrepreneurs succeed is that only 6% are predisposed to resiliency. What I mean by that is, certain people are more likely to have higher levels of resiliency. Now, does that mean if you aren't predisposed to be more resilient, that you have no chance of success? Of course not. It just means that you have to work that much harder at it than someone who is more naturally resilient. If you're willing to put the work in and to become more resilient, there's no reason to believe that you can't be successful as an entrepreneur. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.